How was your Monday? Am I on? Everything's going? I had the hardest time launching OBS. I think I fixed things and ended up breaking things. I posted on Discord, there's like this weird behavior with, oh, first of all, hello, Bungalow Glow. Shadow, is that today's news or last week's news? I don't know where you are or what you do, but you're like magic. Windup, hello. Shoes, I wish I had shoes to display. Hi, how are you guys doing? What was the best thing about your weekend? Because I'm about to complain, so I want to hear some good stuff. But yeah, so I use Firefox, and I also have Edge. I don't use it that much, so this thing happens only in Firefox. In the chats where all you guys hang out, if I hover over your little badges, it has like a little pop-up bubble of the name of the badge, right? But the bubbles, I don't even have to hover over them. They bloom and they don't disappear, and it covers all the chat. It was driving me insane. So I found something that it's like admin whatever tooltips false. I'm like, sure, why not? It didn't work. It didn't seem to hurt anything until I tried to launch OBS just now, or like I guess a half hour ago. I was like, what is it? Why is it being so stinky? And that was the only thing I changed. I updated everything. I figured, all right, well then let's undo that, and OBS launched. So I have zero tech skills. I'm very ashamed. Windup, you're a potato? That's a good thing, right? You relaxed? I went to some friend's house, a house of some with, wait, what's the grammar on that? I went to a friend's house. There we go. And I ate cheesecake, some Japanese cheesecake. Yes, lol. Okay, potatoes, good, good. I ate some Japanese cheesecake. We went to Uncle Tetsu, I think, and we got we usually get like the regular one. This time, because it's good by itself, this time we got Oreo and ube, and they were both delicious. And also I ate some unearned ice cream. Don't tell my editor, because I'm still working on a page. I have let's see. This is the new page.
Game over.
It's in progress. I basically, here, let's see. Let me see what I can show you guys. I transferred my layout over. And I did as much as I could do before I had to like bail on it. But here, let's see. I got paints and stuff. My concert's tomorrow. So I had to put the spots on my shoes, plural. And then I will do some painting. Yeah, my angine de poitrine. I can't say it. Poitrine. Something like that. So I have to get I have to finish painting my shoes. I'm the coolest person ever. It's polka dotted shoes. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you. Let's put the waters over here. Paints over here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and the ice cream I had, it was like what, I forgot what it was called. It's not taiyaki, which is those fishy not waffle cone squished fish shaped things filled with like red bean paste or chocolate. It was like that, but filled with ice cream and red bean paste or chocolate, depending on the flavor. They were huge. They're so good. Okay, so let's see. This is the right one. I forgot what it was called. It almost sounded like taiyaki, but it wasn't that. Let's see. I gotta share this with you. Costco fish ice cream? That's gonna be questionable. Let's see. Images. Hi, Young Dawn. Young Down. Okay. Tamanco. I knew they would know what I was talking about. Okay, I'll show you the box. Frozen dairy desserts. That means it's not ice cream? Control, copy. Okay. So my weekend was pretty good. Making some unearned ice cream. Okay. So, this is the one. This is what it looks like. Those are the boxes. Hold on. Okay, let's go somewhere else. Let's see, images. Where are you? All right, that's good enough. Oh, matcha. We didn't get matcha. Do you see it? It's so good. I don't have a Costco membership. I don't need one. I don't need like a dozen of anything. I just want one. Or 3. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, that looks so good. What else you got? Here's the one with it out. So this person must have a giant hand, because I swear those things were probably as big as my hand. Let's see. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Let's see. Where's my mouse? There you are. Is that my hand? Okay. Yeah, so it was probably this big. That big. Where's my real measurement ruler? I need inches. Okay, here we go. Let's see. What is it? I'm gonna guess. It probably said on the package. Big ice cream fishy. Yes. Yes. That had to have been like, where's the 0? Okay. At least 5 inches. That thing had to have been 5 inches long. Very, very delicious. So, yeah, that was good. I'm also in the semifinals of my Spanish classes in Duolingo. Still can barely order tacos, though. Not very helpful. Okay, so let's see. You shook about my Duolingo? Do you speak Spanish? Wind Up, you and Labyrinth, right? I don't know. Mama Tortilla does, I think. Or maybe I'm just assuming. Okay. So here's what it looks like. I taped the layout to the back. Like I drew it small. Where is it? Oh gosh, look at so many discarded layouts for this page. I couldn't figure it out. There was there's like these beats that I want to this particular scene where it's like loud noise. Oh, the dad's still sleeping. More loud noise. Oh, he's still sleeping. Like I want it to be cause and effect rather than like just all this stuff happening at the same time. It is, but I wanted it to, like the emotion of it to be cause and effect. And I couldn't get it. Finally, I kind of got something that I sort of work with. There's going to be a lot of trash throwing, snoring, trash throwing, snoring. He's like, these are going to be like stylized Z's going behind him. And he's like, looking at all the mess, and he just sweeps it off the table and is like, huh, what's that? There's like a piece of paper there that ends up being noteworthy, I guess. So you make it big, tape it to the back of a nice board, and like old-fashioned style, you light box it. You just kind of trace it on there loosely. You can kind of see how he is, and that will be drawn better than what the layout was. So that's as far as I got, and then decided that was enough to eat ice cream, which it wasn't. Shame on me. So I need to make up for that indiscretion. You know, enough from high school, but forgot most of it. Yeah, high school was all just a bunch of like, escucha la radio. That doesn't help. Telling you about using, you have to use, not have to, but it seems like a lot of emphasis was placed on cars being coches, not, or something like that. I don't know, but now, yeah, I'll go to Northgate Market to order tacos because they're the best ones. And I'm in line and I'm practicing like, okay, dos tacos de birria y dos de carnitas. And I'm like practicing like in my head. And Joel's talking to me. I'm like, no, I gotta, no, dos tacos de birria, dos de carnitas sin cebolla. Then she throws me off. She said something, she said it once, and Joel helped me out with it once. Now I got it. But she's so nice about it because she'll do these hand gestures because she knows that I'm trying, obviously, right? So she goes, el mismo plato, on the same plate, right? I'm like, first time she told me, I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I want to run back to the car. But I didn't. And I learned. So now she says it, she like makes hand gestures. She's like, el mismo, or, and she says something else, separa, I don't know. I'm almost there. So together, I'm gonna order tacos like a champion. Semifinals in Duolingo Spanish. Semifinals. Can't order tacos. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm almost done. I've got like, where did I put you? Here you are. Like, honestly, there's probably 5 polka dots left. Here, I think I'm gonna, Jamboree handouts, or somebody was saying I maybe skip this little seam in the back. And we were thinking the last time I painted these on stream that skip it, and if I change my mind, I can always go back and paint over the dots. But you can't really easily go the other way around. I didn't buy white paint. Young Don, you speak 0 Spanish? Or you speak Spanish with that's like not a 0, that's a chalk face. You speak Spanish? Oh, I'm trying. What was I practicing during Comic-Con? Mi nombre es Beth Sotelo. Soy un artista. Escribo y dibujo mi propio libro Grump. So bad. Everything is like such a struggle. But you have to like try, right? Okay, so this one's done. Hi Knuckles, how are you? Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Okay, a little higher because then it droops. Okay. So then, what I'm gonna do, gold laces. But I want them to be, what do you call this? Parallel, like frets of a guitar, you know? So I didn't look up how to do this, but I can kind of imagine how you would do it. Since this shoe is done, I think I'm gonna skip the tongue, and I think I'm gonna skip this little ridge thing right here. Okay. So, okay. Oh, they're stretchy. Here's how I'm imagining that this is supposed to work. One goes like this, and then this one skips a hole and goes up here. Because that way, that's how you keep them all going parallel. Seems like that's right? And then skip. I couldn't be bothered to just look up a video. I figured, you know what? Maybe my brain knows. Okay, yeah, that's kind of, but then what? Do they tighten weird? Do I have to, is this an issue? What if I do it too tight and my sausage foot doesn't fit in there anymore? I don't have sausage feet. They're very reasonable. Hold on. Okay, and then this one passes. This one. Okay, then this one goes over. These won't tighten very readily, will they? And this one goes like that. Okay, so not too bad as far as like that's how off I was. I can deal with that. Oh my gosh. Hold on. That's not how you tie a shoe. So then what? Look what I have at the top here. What? Because one's here, one's down there. So then, let's see. That stays, and this one goes. Da, da, da. Heck yeah! Look at that. There we go. I'm so good at tying shoes. It was like back in the 2nd grade. 1st grade? Gym teacher got mad at me. You know what? She got mad. Okay, this is how you tie shoes, right? I did it like this. You just do, because it's easy. It's like the same thing over and over again. You do this, and then do this, right? It's the same thing over and over again. She got mad at me and made me do it again because she wanted me to do this. Hold it, and then wrap this one around and pull it through. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Shame on her. Shame on her the way she treated 6-year-olds. Goodness. There, look at that. Look at that. I never got around to the gold triangle here. Bunny ears, right? Yes. Yes, wind up. And that's the thing that got on my nerves. It's like the same thing. Why did she, you know what? I don't even think she knew. I think she was just teaching gym to 1st graders, so I don't know. I guess that's, you still have to be nice, right? That's no excuse. So, is it okay? Does this just scrape off? It was Catholic school, so they were just mean across the board. They were super Catholic school in the 80s, so it was like they weren't even trying to be decent human beings. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that's just gonna scratch off. That's fine. Okay. I could do that later. So this is all I have left. And they're not supposed to be like, look at this side. I bought this because I was like, oh, it's gonna be so easy. I could just do this with the sponge, right? No, it just like splooshed all over. Oh, here's an example. I practiced even. So I did this sponge here, and if you just tap it, it does this. And so then I'm like, well, put a little pressure, and then it did this. I'm like, oh, definitely don't do that. So I found a way to just like medium pressure it. First one I did just like all over the place. So these spots are the bigger ones. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not entering the county fair on best spotted Converse, so. Okay. I started this yesterday. I don't think I saved this from drying out. What do I need? Here. This paint is special for, I guess it says leather, but they suggested it for, what do you call it? What's the cottony? Canvas. Canvas? Yeah, this stuff is canvas, right? So they said mix these two so it could be bendy and it doesn't crack off. And it makes it very stretchy. It's like when acrylic paint dries, but it has a lot more elasticity. So I guess that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it said it would do. So let's see. Let's see how much of this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna end up like smacking this piece of plastic on my shoe. Let's see. Okay, let's put this over here. Little danger area. You know what? That worked out pretty okay. That's still, it's still juicy. I want to play with the dried stuff though. It's pretty dry. Okay, I'll leave that alone. So what do we have? We got 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say 5 spots. So we'll do 5 spots and then we'll do some watercolor. I was super inspired last week because it was so darn hot. I made the cutest little watercolor of Manny hanging out. I haven't cut it out of the water block though. Watercolor paper block? What am I saying? Cold pressed watercolor paper, easy block, 10 sheets. It's glued on the top and the bottom. So I'll unglue this or tear it off. Should I go back into his eyes? I feel like he's not exhibiting his full manniness without that orangey red eye kind of color. So I think I need to do a little dab with some orangey red to just give him that little special Manny touch. I could do another water related painting or just something else entirely. So okay. I think I'll go like right here. So I kind of just picked what looked like a good location and then expanded on it. We're gonna see Angine tomorrow, And then the warning, I think September. The warning is like some girl rock and roll band from Monterrey, Mexico. And they have some Spanish rock songs, but most of them are in English. I'm not preparing shoes for them though. I'm just gonna show up like a normal person. Okay, so it's too small and I got room this way, so I'm gonna expand it up here. Try not to make a mistake. They're not supposed to be super perfect because the band just kind of paints their spots on with fingers, so it should be fine. Maybe I can't tell. It's probably fine. So then right here is the next one. You have a sealant too. I shouldn't have laced up the other shoes. I can just unlace them. I guess the matte coat and not a, what is it? Clear coat. I should do that. It might make it easier to clean them off, being that they're white. Hold on, I can't see. They're opening a new, I think it's like smoothie. I don't know if it's a boba or anything. Place next to us. But Reddit was like, I went to their website and it's AI slop. I'm not going to this place. So I was like, no. Is that enough to like shun a smoothie place? Am I that hardcore about like just not wanting to support AI stuff? It was pretty bad. Like nothing not matched. If it was like an orange sort of smoothie, it was decorated with oranges of like weirdly odd different sizes. That's sad. Yeah, I mean, also I know product photography is really tricky. But if that's like your thing, just take a picture of your smoothie. It would have been better. If they, I don't know, iPhones have really good cameras on them. You can take pictures of food and they actually look good. Nothing worse than someone like taking a picture of the stew that they worked so hard on and it looks like a bowl of vomit because it's just not, you have to style the food or something. But smoothies, it's gonna be purple, pink, you know. We'll cut some nice fruits and then put it next to it. You could even, yeah, there's just a lot of ways to go about it. So it just seemed particularly low effort. Is this a good spot? I'm like talking and messing stuff up. That's okay. Oops, sorry. That's my own. Trying so hard. That spot's all for me. There, now I'm sharing. I feel like it should be bigger. They're gonna start getting smaller. False advertising? Yeah, it was. And you know what, the most I'm disappointed in myself because when I first looked at the website, I didn't immediately notice because I was just like, oh, like matcha, blackberry, cool. I wasn't looking at the details. I need to pay more attention to the details of art because I'm not very good at detecting what is AI art. And everybody else is like, oh, that's totally AI. And I'm like, how could you tell? This looks like whimsical, dreamy digital art. Like, I don't know how you're. And they'll explain like it's the inconsistent lighting and dreaminess of everything because they kind of got the finger thing down, and if they're paying close enough attention, they can get like the lace in order and all that stuff. It's just not that good. Do I just not pay attention to digital art? I don't think that's true. There is a dreamy quality to it. Hi, it's D West. How are you doing? I've got like 3 more spots, maybe 3.5. And I'm gonna do some watercoloring. I'm just like, I have a concert tomorrow and this needs to get done. Today's like the day. I'm unable to tell anymore unless it's an animal now. How could you tell with an animal? There was a dog on Dog TV. I think it was, or maybe it was a Zen channel. There was some relaxing capybaras, and then my friends were like, "Oh, that's totally AI." I'm like, "Is it?" How could I have been confused? Like, capybaras aren't gonna like pose for like a 24-hour stream of them just hanging out in the water. I need to pay attention to the details. Okay, this one's gotta go over here. Hi, Shadow. There are some AI styles that are super obvious, but others are more subtle. All I know is mom and pop plumbing van logos are getting really good now, suspiciously. And some images are a combo of AI and not AI. I am a leather maker and I do custom jewelry, feeling kind of blocked on what kind of piece I should make next. Anyone have any ideas? It's D West. Leather maker, custom jewelry. I don't know, like what's your well, let's see. So you're doing custom jewelry, so then you have per client, right? Leather maker, is that only for individual clients, or do you put stuff in a store? Like what are you trying to, do you have a price? Because I would like little hip bags, like not booty bags, I guess. What do you call them? Fanny packs, but leather and nice. What else? Those, it's not going to be very exciting though. The valets that you put on your bookshelf or your side table where you can put your keys and your wallet. Nice wallets. I mean, what else? Jewelry though. Jewelry. What kind of jewelry are you making? Oh, how about leather straps for people's smartwatches? Is that like dated? Do people still do that? I saw some, I'm like, ooh, I like that. I didn't buy it. Wallets are nice. Yeah, wallets. And then, I mean, there's people feel ways about animal products, but those leather wallets, buy it once and then that's it. That's it. Stop buying weird stuff you have to throw in the trash. You know, don't do fast fashion if you can help it. Even it's really hard. Everything just like falls apart in the wash now. But Yeah, buy something of quality once. Buy a pair of shoes, pair of boots once. You can get them resold and all that. I sell mostly my leather stuff I just make for my wife. I do more jewelry and recently just made her a few purses. Oh, your wife is lucky. My goodness. Yeah, what else in my ear? This thing is like sticking there. Stay. What other things are there? Well, what do you make jewelry out of? Do you do like leather braided bracelets, or are you working with like stainless steel or something like that? Oh my goodness. There we go. That was a hard one for some reason. Here, so the next one's got to go here. They're getting close together. And let's see. I bought a pair of leather boots. They were supposed to be really nice, but the sole came off the bottom of them and it just started flapping around in the wind as I was walking. I'm like, back nabbit. So I went to a boot repair place in San Diego, actually. Wait, it was like off of Garnett. I forgot what it was called, but they were phenomenal. Oh my gosh. So he resold one of them. I'm like, you may as well just do them both, because I bet you the same thing's gonna happen to the other. And yeah, he fixed them both and never had another problem with it. And they weren't like they're more of a classic style of black boot, so it's not like a trend. It was a trendy thing where it's like, oh, I can't be seen in these. They're just pretty standard black boots. It was a good purchase after I got them repaired. Okay. How many do we have left? Should I put, I feel like I'm gonna put like a tiny little kiss of a edge of a circle right here. And then I think, let's see, one here. Am I gonna do the same thing? 2 halves and 1 whole? Half, and a whole? Oh, do you ever, it's D West. So if you work with leather, do you know of this company? I bet you don't paint leather though, you just kind of make it natural looking. Work in silver, I have made wedding bands. I have a forge, so I melt and roll it out myself, or I will do molds. Oh my goodness. So you just, you're in a creative rut? You don't know what to do, you've done it all. Everything's been there, done that. Is there anything, are there like stuff, is there stuff that you can look at that's not leather or jewelry related that kind of gets your imagination kind of going? Because if you're trying to think of something and you're just sitting there racking your brain like, what can I do, what can I do, that's like a way to never think of anything. It just, your brain just blocks itself, just like staring at a blank page where like, I just don't know what to do. Yes, I have a jar right now. Mostly I've been having fun going to antique stores and repurposing things. That sounds nice. I don't think... I can't tell you when the last time I went to an antique store was. I've been to a thrift store a couple times. And it's like, why do all the blankets smell like cat pee? I'm not buying any of these. Okay, come on. Circles. All I gotta do is make circles. We got this. We have a lot of comic books here, and they're not really genres that I'm into, but there's a lot of examples of people way better than I am, and the way they arrange panels. Sometimes like I can set a scene in a graphic novel, and I can move somebody, like to move my little character Grump around, and he could be emoting, and I can make the action clear. But when it comes to like quick actiony stuff, that's like a skill set to pick which action you kind of portray in one tiny little panel. Like you're gonna do the, no one's punching each other, but if it's a punch gonna be connecting, or is it the punch where it's already connected and the guy's like with his head back, or is it like the anticipation of a... There's so many choices, and it's sometimes like when you're trying to do action scenes, my brain kind of doesn't naturally have solutions for some of those. So there's just a bunch of books here to see how other more talented, more experienced people handle that. So if I'm stuck, I would look at other comic books. Even movies, like the behind the scenes of shows and movies, to hear how other creators talk about how they develop stories and how they solve problems in those stories, that's actually really helpful for me. So it's not like an exact one-to-one kind of help for drawing, but it kind of helps me not get too bogged down in seeing a blank page and not knowing what to do. Like, it'll snap me out of that a little more quickly. Okay, this one, and then, yeah, I think that's fine. Let's give it, I like the way it looks to like bring the paint over the top here. We were watching the Stranger Things making of, and I didn't know, see, I don't notice these things, but the internet noticed that the writers had ChatGPT open on their laptops when they were doing like brainstorming stuff. And I was like, no, you guys are supposed to like just be good. You're supposed to be the examples of how to create. Okay, so this is a tricky little angle here. I'm gonna do this real quick. Get your own forge. You're going to be so useful after the apocalypse. Good for you. There. Dun dun dun. Okay, so set you aside to dry to get you off. look at that. I didn't even have to crack open the jar again. Just all from yesterday's. Oh, goodness. Oh, paint everywhere. 2 in 2 seconds. Okay. There it is. Does it need... I'll just leave that alone. That's fine. Big old spot. Oh, look at that side. that's the behind the scenes. Okay. So let's see. Let's put these in a spot where I'm not gonna get myself into trouble. Okay, and water. There we go. This is just gonna be, oh, you know what else? I'm gonna try to see if I can dab that little blue out with some of this white. So what do we got here? A little bit of orange in his eyes. I can probably dab a tiny bit of like Payne's gray or something, so it's not just line work over the brown of his head. The thing was, this paper wasn't my favorite. It was, and also a lot of it was user error. I put some tape to mask some stuff off. I also did a bunch of erasing on it, so 2 reasons why the paper got super fluffy. And it kind of just did a weird bloomy texture where it was really hard to put any detail. So I just kept it as simple as I could. But now that it's dry, I think I could tap in a little bit of extra stuff in there. Yeah. Let's see. So if that is the highest. Oh, what? And then if I can go in, I can go in. All right, that should be fine. Ittiest bittiest brush. Here we go. This guy. And orangey red. Should be easy enough. Let's see. It just, I need the tiniest little drip. That looks pretty good. That's good. So I think this little painting is gonna be the 2027 double page spread in the little mini vending machine sketchbooks. Maybe this year or next year. It won't take me all year to assemble a new sketchbook. I think I like stuffed them all in there. I don't have an example anymore. Okay. That's about what I was imagining. Okay, perfect. That's all I wanted, was just a tiny little, well, shoot, that just kind of absorbed into nothing. Let's try that again. I just want the tiniest little variation, like right there. It keeps just soaking right in. All right. So, sometimes I have a little plastic knife. Sometimes I don't. I gotta have something. With this thing. Oh, this is thick paper. Here, let's see. I have this too. Hold on. This thing. Not very sharp though. I just stick my thumb in it. Ah, look at that. Easy block. Do the same thing. Just paper cuts. Why is it so thick? Okay. See, there's like little blendy, weird bloomy blendy thing that happened here. And it was kind of like gummy feeling. I think I superheated the tape that I was using to mask, and it just kind of melted itself into some of the paper here. I just messed up. But I don't know what the heck that was. Delivery. Then you got this stuff here. Can you just do this? Okay. This is like, or you could just not have it in a block and just have like a sheet of paper. I don't understand. Okay. That's good enough. Okay. So this, let's see how good this stuff covers. Bleed proof, but I watered it down. It's too like pasty, viscous kind of. See, it's like ooh, thick milk. Do I have one that I didn't water down? This is how it comes. Are you supposed to? They expect you to water this down? Like, look at it. It's just kind of solid. I think it was like that when I bought it. I don't think it's old. Okay. So, let's do some surgery here. Let's see. I don't want it to be like, it's not much help if it just looks like whiteout, like a spot of whiteout. So I'm hoping it just kind of knocks it down a little, like the discoloration makes it a little less obvious and not just look like correction fluid. Paper is so fuzzy. It's like, how close do I dare to get? I think that's probably fine. Less noticeable. That's kind of all I want. One more drip on the blue. What do you think? There. Yeah, blue is still like seeping through. So then what's next? I definitely don't want to mess with this paper anymore. I should just go through and donate some of these pads of paper that I keep complaining about. They keep tricking me. They're in my stack because I definitely don't want to throw something away. But it doesn't mean that I can't like donate it to somebody who just wants to play around with different papers, but I keep going after these things that keep frustrating me. So, what I got here? Rough arches, like the good stuff. Tiny pieces. I don't want to make like a super itty bitty painting though. I want like a kind of small, but not extra small. Identity Obscura. Hope you are finishing pages and getting ice cream. Oh man, someone knows. Someone knows. Identity. You know what I did? I transferred over page 10. It's not ready to earn me some ice cream. But it's in progress. Thank you for keeping me honest though. Okay. So let's see. What do I have? Yeah, I guess I just have a little squirry one. So many cold presses. No, I want to do rough. Okay. So what are you doing over there, Identity Obscura? Did you have a good weekend? Any notable fun stuff or just relaxing stuff? Oh my goodness. Very nice. I started making comics seriously. Really? That's good. Do you ever go to comic conventions? I go to a few in Southern California. So if I'm ever there, come by and say hi. Partial to wafer cookies, frozen blueberries, mango, and yogurt. Those are all really good. Wafer cookies. I haven't had a wafer cookie in a long time. Frozen blueberries though, oh my goodness. I just bought an immersion blender and it really chunks up frozen fruit really well. And blueberries are like on the top of the list. They're so yummy. We're straight out of the freezer. Okay, let's see. What can we do? I'm gonna say do periwinkle ice cream. What kind of ice cream? One of those fishy ones? What were they? Samanco? That guy. Let's see. So these can be her hand. Here's the fishy. Wow, this guy's huge. Hold on, let's see. If I can get some of that pencil to show up. Okay. So what does this guy look like? He has... So if I just draw a beige fish, it's gonna look like a beige fish. So he's gonna have to have a bite in him already, so it looks like a snacky snack. And I bet you I should, instead of doing scales, do waffle cone textures so it looks desserty and not just like a fish. Identity says, I make coffee on the weekends, but it's been about 2 weeks and I have 8 pages drafted, not done, but drafted. Like layouts then. That's nice. I'd like to bind my own books if I can. Oh, that's gonna be nice. You can have like a couple of super fancy ones. So 8 pages drafted in 2 weeks. Are you ready to put them on the board? You feel like they're good to go, or are you just kind of sitting on them looking like wondering if it's the right move, the right page? Okay, so you can't really tell what I'm doing here. So let me get this to a state where you can actually see. And don't erase so much, because then I'm just gonna lift up all that lovely Arches Rough watercolor paper fiber. Okay, so big bite. Here's the fishy. Let's give it a big chomp mark, but we still need to see its little fish face. It's looking grim, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Okay, so then let's just super quickly sketch in. Now it looks like a pineapple. This thing is just not going well. Hold on. We got it. One hand here. Where are your fingers? Okay, so thumbs out. Got it. And then hand here. So if I'm holding a fishy, thumbs on the inside, and fingers on the outside. Okay. All right. So, line it first and then watercolor. Because then if I line it first, I could do the fishy part in brown, this India brown ink that I have. And then do the inking with my, what did I use? What do I use? Higgins. I think just Higgins India ink with my little comic nib pen. Where are you? Here you are. This guy. We'll try that. I could use one of my fancier nibs. This one, am I setting myself up for frustration? Yes. So let's use it. Okay. Face my demons. I've got to crank out 6 more pages for this chapter to end. I want to convince my friend to write some stories and maybe make an anthology. So you want to have the whole chapter laid out before you transfer and draw it for real? Are you working traditionally? Is this all digital line art? What is your process, Identity? I do it super old school, where I'm like drawing layouts on like just paper Then in Photoshop, I'll make it big enough for the board and then lightbox it on the board. But I think everybody else is just doing digital. And honestly, it's probably the way to go to do layouts digitally, because it's so much, it's like a puzzle, right? And every time I'm like trying to figure something out, I erase it and start from scratch. When if it was digital, I can just like do kind of tweaks, make this. Sometimes I think this figure should be like 25% bigger. Then what does that mean for me? I'm like gonna erase it and redraw it. I'm like, that's silly. Okay. So give him more of a pucker fish lips. That's perfect. Okay. Hold on. You're gonna see this in a second as soon as I start inking it. And the giant chomp face. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see. So, okay. I do have to erase a tiny bit. Give it chomp lines. Give it some dimensions so we can see like the layers of deliciousness inside. That is definitely not a real fish. Let's see. I'm gonna make him smile because he's happy to be delicious. Give some fingers there. Hide the hand. Okay. Here. We're almost to a point where you're gonna actually see what I'm doing. I've written it in a book. I've got a light box. I've copied the format from my favorite comic books. Yeah, keep going. As long as you keep working, sooner or later it will be done. 8.5 by 11 paper, 3 or 4 panels. That seems reasonable. Okay, so let's get this little face. And the ear's kind of low because her head's way back. Like she's really gonna lay into this chomp. I'm drafting these in pens. I'm gonna adjust them and color them with highlighters. It will be a highlighter and pen comic. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a complete original piece of work that are you gonna you said you're gonna bind that by hand? That's gonna be like a crazy original piece of art. Okay. She's got freckles. And let's see. Super exaggerated, oversized chomp mouth.
Game begin.
Little tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Oh, and then there should be like little crumbs, just like she's chomping crazy. That's what I would do. Okay, so then what? We gotta figure out her shoulders. Some of it's gonna be hidden in hair, but some of it won't be. Okay. see the fish. Look at that texture in this rough watercolor paper. It's insane. That's why I can't use Micron on this stuff. I had to learn how to use nibs. I'm still learning. I'm not very good at it. Okay. All right, let's try. Let's see what we got. Maybe I'll do some actual paintings for the cover and some art spreads. I'll make copies at the Office Depot and bind those by hand. The originals will stay preserved in a folder. Oh, okay. Hi, Pablo. I missed John over there. How you doing? Is this one? Did this through this? It looks foggy. It seems fine. I guess I'm just used to looking at the black one. Okay, I need a scratch piece. Where did you go? Here, no, that's not it. Well, here, this will work. Another one. Yeah, that works better. This guy, I just can't get a handle on how this... It's so pretty, the handle, and then this nib, it's just too much, too big. Puts down a bigger line than... It's probably good for larger pieces, right? Not 3x3 mini tiny paintings. This one I like. This one works nice. All right, so fishy. Let's see. What is this color? I think it's like sepia or something. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Maybe that fish face. Chomp marks. There's a little fish eye right there. And then there's the back side because it's filled with stuff. Little backside chomps. And there we go. And he's got, I decided to go with the waffle pattern. Oh. Looks like we're gonna have some texture in the background. Okay. So that's the delicate crispiness of the outside of this delicious ice cream fish. Now, let's do the line art of Periwinkle. She's gonna be black line art. She's got her freckles. Some serious business. The big chomp. Squish eyes. Give her a little bit of eyelashy. Not too much. Just a tiny bit. Right. Big mouth. Rah. Oh, goblin, chomp goblin. These little paint the brown with different colors of fish. So I think I want to try to use this brush for her hair because it has like a really interesting draggle line that I like. But I think ink inside is gonna lift a little bit with the watercolor. Like I see it, it's just like thick, fat, and you know, skinny. So I think I will do that after at least I paint her face. And then I can go over it with that. You could do some of it. And then go over more with that interesting pen. Okay, fingers. Okay. So. Okay, so let's see. I think it's like it's hot, so everyone's outside on their balconies chatting it up. It does seem though some people have less control over their volume because like you're talking to somebody who's right next to you. Why? How am I hearing this? It's like the apartment building behind ours. It's not even like ours. That's okay. All right. Let's see. How wet is this? I bet you the fish is dry. Where is my nice brush? Okay, here it is. Okay, let's close the stuff that I'm going to spill. Okay. So let's see how much this covers the line art. I was hoping the watercolor will be somewhat translucent. Oh, hold on though. Shadow color first. That's how the pros do it. So I noticed the difference between this paper and last week's paper. It's like it behaves in the way you might expect, where you put paint on your brush, you drag the brush across the paper, and it makes a steady line. The paper last week, no matter how much I loaded onto my brush, it would just kind of dry brush over, sit on top, and then it wouldn't make a nice line because it just wasn't absorbing into the paper. So this one, a lot easier. Big chomp. What kind of filling? Chocolate? Matcha? Red bean? I don't know. Just give it a little, like, teeth indentation marks. Okay. Slightly bigger brush. Is this too splooshy? Okay. I'm gonna try to stop mixing colors for Periwinkle's face, because no matter what I do, it ends up just being slightly different from skin color. She's not skin color. So let's see what I can do here. I have to keep reminding myself. I just start brush stroking too fast and I'll put too much pressure. And this brush has a really nice little point. So if I could just remind myself just a tiny bit of pressure, I can get some little details in between her freckles, like leaving stuff white for highlights. But I just forget and I just smash the whole brush. I don't need to keep switching brushes, just have a little more brush control. That's the lesson. Do good work. Don't do bad work. Don't be bad at what you do. Okay. So she needs a tiny bit of like amethyst around her eyes. So some of this is gonna bleed. How much is it gonna bleed? I don't mind it. I think it looks better to just kind of blend in to some of her skin tone. Like that. And then dabs of pink. No, opera pink. Okay, let's see how far this one travels. Just teeny little drips. See where they go. See that? She's the best. Okay, so then what can I do before hair stuff? Do her teeth. Put like a color on her shoulders. Red? Some kind of red? It's like gruesome. That's okay. She doesn't mind. All right. Peeps. I haven't decided if like getting all my paints super mixy is good or bad. I kind of like it, but then does it just make it harder to find that pure color that you want, or does it matter? Maybe it just turns into a whole palette, like a custom palette of your colors. No, I don't know what's better or worse. Nathan says taiyaki, right? You know what? I like that a lot. These things, I had some friends bought these ice cream things, and they're like taiyaki but ice cream, and it's this thing. Is there another picture of it? It's like not sponsored. I can't help myself. I love snacks. Mouse, where are you? Hold on. There. Okay. Yeah. They're so good. Nathan, they're delicious. They're so delicious, I must paint them. I don't have a Costco membership. I don't kind of want one. I just want these things. Oh my goodness. So that's what inspired this today. How you doing, Nathan? Let's see. So I was given some shadowiness with the fishy fish. Yeah, I love me an ice cream treat. My favorite. So let's see. Darker shoulder, because that looks weird. Hair, for sure. That's coming. She still needs more pink in the eyes. She needs the brown of the crumbs that are flying. Okay, let's do her crumbs. Okay. I haven't decided what to fill it with yet. It would just be a tiny little line, like down the center. Maybe. I guess I'm hovering between green or brown, matcha or chocolate. I haven't decided. Pull some of this bright pink ever so slightly over.
Game begin.
Okay. Purple freckles. Okay, and her shoulders. I guess I could go just darker purple, that amethyst color.
When the drum beats go, play this.
All right, so she needs. I'm gonna do matcha because the brown's just gonna look like shadow color. And matcha sounds delicious. I don't have, do I have matcha color? I do. I sure do. It's a little desaturated, but I think it'll be okay. Some of these should be green. A couple green ones. All right, so let's see what we could do with her hair. First, let me blast this with the heat gun. Let's see. I think her open mouth should be darker. This like giant void of ice cream destruction. So let's see. Do I just add like a darker blue to some of this purple smudge? Like at this point, I have a bunch of smeary stuff here. I bet you I can use some of this. Throw in some Payne's Gray or something. Darken it. That's some chomp. That's a chomp hole to fear. That's better. Okay. This guy. I think it's like Sailor Fude fountain pen. Pretty inexpensive. That. Maybe some more of this nib thing. I have this I like on smooth paper, this pocket Pentel brush. Both of these are probably like $12. They're not really expensive. Neither is this. You can get a whole box of these nibs, and these holders aren't very expensive. But this might be a little dry for how thirsty this Arches Rough watercolor paper is. So even though I like this, I keep trying to use it, and I'm never happy with what I get. With this one, this is like a little bucking bronco of a pen. I haven't mastered it in the slightest. So let's just jump right in, right? So it kind of, you get thick lines, thin lines, and then if you twist it, you just get all kinds of weird stuff. So I'm not sure. Let's see. What do I got here? Okay. Oop, that one. Okay, we'll try that. And then fix that. Okay, so let's see what we got. It's kind of dry. This is kind of the same thing, like better on smoother paper. How about this one? This thick line guy. Let's see. It goes immediately dry. Again, it's not my favorite. Then this little workhorse, it's always the one that I keep ending up using. It's like the best of all of the worlds. It holds plenty of ink. If I push hard enough, I get a thick enough line. Okay. And this Raphael brush. It's like ones that real inkers use. Too intimidating for me. But, I mean, it's a classic for a reason. Here, let's see. I'm just trying to find little shapes to put her hair in. This unruly squiggly doos. And some of the weirder pieces all combined just to make a less fussy shape out of. Retro Ultra says, hi, I had one of those fish snacks before, was not for me. What? Wait, Retro Outro, you've had one of these before and you didn't like it. It's ice cream, it's not taiyaki. Some of these are like, they're a hot snack and filled with like red bean. Maybe did you have a red bean hot one? This is ice cream. It's like the same sort of waffly, not waffly cone. What is that white, crispy, waffly ice cream type of sugar cone, plain cone kind of texture with vanilla ice cream, and you have a choice of, I had a choice of chocolate, strawberry, and red bean. Apparently there's a matcha hanging out somewhere too. It was so good. It was not Yeah, that's the Asian store one. What? I got red bean and chocolate and just couldn't get into them. Oh my gosh. Retro outro. Send them to me. I will help you. You don't need to suffer with ice cream that you don't like. You have options. Send them to me. P.O. Box. Snack Attack. Okay. So I kind of like some stuff about this side. I'm trying to plan to leave some of this white, and I definitely don't want to cover up her crumbs. If they'd survive shipping, I would. I just let my kids eat the rest. Ah. Wow. I would love to eat desserts at your place. You're like, nah, it's not for me. I'm like, well, here, you know, I will help you. I will help you get rid of this nasty, nasty ice cream. Oh, yuck. Give it to me. You don't want any of this. Oh, ugh, so gross. I'm helping. I appreciate your potential sacrifice. I'm here for you. Okay, so let's see. What does she need? Let's see. This needs a little something. Just give it a little there. Okay. This side, trying to see it. You can almost see it. Something, something right here. Like cutting this black right behind the crumb and then make it a bigger chunk. I keep experimenting with different ways to use black ink, nibs and brushes and fountain pens, and my favorite ones end up being like the exact ones that all the inkers use. Like this, basically it's like a version of Hunt's, what is it, 102? 201? 102. I forget which one. Here, let me check it. $102. 1 dozen. I don't even know where this came from. A whole box of them. And this is what it looks like. Just a tiny little. It's also a deleter mapping nib or something. Same kind of thing. Oh, I'm making a mess. This Raphael number 2. What is it? 808404. Oh man, I tuned out for a while. I hope they are not allergic. What? What did I say? I must have said something. I don't follow like my own tangents, so it's hard to remember like what someone is commenting about. That was like 3 tangents ago. I can't track back on that. Okay. Yeah, that's something. You know what I do have a mild allergy to? Mango bananas, like raw bananas, if it's cooked, like Bananas Foster, oh, that's fine. No problem. But raw bananas, they make my mouth itch. Sometimes I'll get a hive. Avocado melons are really bad. I don't know what it is. Itchy mouth. It's not, the reaction isn't too bad. So certain things, if they're delicious enough, I'll just take the risk of mild discomfort, like watermelon. Mild reaction, but it's good enough to put up with it. Avocado, don't like, so it's like not worth it. Bananas, that's fascinating. I've never heard that one before. Yeah, bananas like crazy. That just make my mouth itch, where it's like I'm constantly running my tongue on the roof of my mouth because it's like, this is like, and maybe I'll get like a little hive, just like one, and it lasts for like 45 minutes or something. So all the smoothie places, most smoothies have bananas in them. I think it's just like adds a creaminess factor or something. So I always have to ask for no bananas. You know what I did? Like, don't judge. I went to Erewhon to try a smoothie because how good is a $20 smoothie? I need to know. It's not that good. And they're like, oh, we can't make a substitution on this. The corporate gets kind of weird because it was some celebrity branded smoothie or something. For $20 a smoothie, just take the bananas out. Please, come on. Unbelievable. I like that. Maybe it needs a little more, like something. It just looks blank. I want it, I don't need it to be blank. Where do I put it? Here? Here? And then fill it in a little bit just so it doesn't look like some weird nothing behind her ear. My favorite thing I had, well, pregnante, was from a local woo-woo vegan restaurant called a Chunky Monkey. That was a banana peanut butter smoothie. Things, oh, that sounds really good. I mean, I like the flavor of bananas, they just don't like me. Banana, peanut butter, dark cocoa nibs. Giving up bananas would be tough for me. Yeah. Identity's like, wow, mandatory bananas. That's insane, right? Mandatory bananas. There will be bananas. Chunky Monkey. Maybe, okay. Raw bananas make my mouth itch. Cooked bananas, because I don't have a problem with Bananas Foster. And apparently I don't have a problem. There used to be a Ben & Jerry's flavor, Chunky Monkey. And it was banana-y. And I liked it. That sounds really good, retro outro. Banana peanut butter smoothie. I'm just like picturing, oh, yes. We got some cocoa nibs. I was making smoothies. I got myself my very first immersion blender. So we got, we were soaking chia seeds. We've got cocoa nibs. And we just mix up whatever fruits we put in. Favorites being a bag of frozen mixed berries. Oh, sometimes we'll put shredded coconut. What else? I think that's it. Pretty good. I almost didn't get the immersion blender because such mixed messages. Some people were like, yeah, it's great for smoothies. That's why I bought mine. Other people were like, absolutely do not mix a smoothie with your immersion blender. You'll blow out the motor. Like, don't do frozen berries or whatever. And that's what I wanted, was to use the frozen berries, because you just leave them in the freezer rather than the fresh berries that kind of go bad in a couple of days. So far, no problems. The thing is that the bag of frozen berries I get, you can just eat them straight from the bag, and they're not overly hard. They're just like a nice little frozen snack. Not like ice cubey, they're just yummy. I don't know. So maybe that's the thing. Like, don't blend ice cube hard fruits. Oh, nice. I like chia seeds too. I'm gonna sprinkle some on my sorbet later tonight so it's crunchy. Yeah. I read you're supposed to soak them. Otherwise, you get bloated. I still kind of gets the bloat. I think. Have you ever ground them up small? I think that might be better. Okay, let's see. She needs more. This one's all wild, and this one's just like 2 things. Okay. Where are we going? I'm going right here? Ooh. Real light touch. That's too similar to the last one. Here, let's do like a little bloop, bloop. Here, give it another think. Okay, so let's try another one here. Ever so softly. Whoops, there we go. I've soaked them a lot, but sometimes just want to crunch them. Yeah, they're nice, right? It's a little satisfying. I like them. Okay, it's a little better. The scraggle is balanced. Okay, so what are we missing here? Let's see. Does the fish need a little... She needs like some sort of drop shadow or something to mask her chin area. Let's see. Okay. Do you use yogurt or kefir or something? Oh, Lurkin. Enjoy the lurk. Thank you so much for hanging out. We got into kefir? I don't know what it is. It's like basically watery yogurt. And sometimes we'll put that into the smoothies. I was thinking of getting, what's that other stuff? Cocoa, Vita Coco? It's like coconut water stuff. Because sometimes the smoothies are real thick. And it'd be nice to water it down with something that wasn't water. Okay, I think that's a little better. And I kind of want darker brown. Let's see what I can do here. go back into my sepia India ink. If I can't just add one extra layer of shadow. Neat that up. I'm like avoiding her little fingy. Let's get that in there. There it is. This was me yesterday, eating as many of these things as I could before I left my friend's house. For so long, thanks for all the fish. Look at that. Let's see. I want to emphasize some of these crumbs. Okay. There it is. Which way? That way? Side attack? Okay. There it is. Success. And that one drop that I accidentally spilled on the top of the thing, it's like completely under her black hair. It didn't even matter. Don't sweat the details. It's like the little imperfections that kind of make something interesting. If something's too perfect, it's boring. It looks mechanical, uninteresting. Some stuff has like some weird line that goes off in an unexpected way. It's so much more interesting and has a little bit of life and balance to everything. Not that this is like some work of like, it's not a masterpiece, but I mean, just to say, don't get super stressed about a drip in the wrong spot, because it usually works itself out. Sometimes it's a tragedy. I've seen people drop ink on a face, like whoop, right there. It's like, no, she doesn't have a mole on the last page. She doesn't have one on this one. But this, you know, it's just like little fun stuff. But all right, so let's see. On this Monday, mouse, where the heck are you? There you are. 3 monitors, 1 mouse. Okay. How's about, let's see. Here, let's go on a raid. My friends, I'm gonna take you. Let's see. Okay. This is a fun, cheerful place for a Monday that may or may not be questionable for people. I'll take you somewhere easy. Let's see. Oh, let me do this thing. The thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and usually I stream on Tuesdays. No stream tomorrow because I'm going to a concert and it's going to be fantastic. So I think that might be it. So let's see. All right, so we're gonna go here to a really nice person. Say hi and be nice. You guys are all nice. You're a good crew, so I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, take care, everybody.